Greetings, fair mortals, I am the Fallen Shogun, and welcome to Songs of SYX. For those who don't know what Songs of SYX is, imagine if Dwarf Fortress and the Total War series had a really ugly baby. They're working on better things, but yeah. You can have up to 40,000 people in your city. You can have other cities, there's other chunks of the map. You can have massive 30,000 versus 30,000 battles. They've added in siege warfare, as in quite recently. The last update added in siege warfare. So there's catapults, there's walls your troops can go on. You can have massive scale cities. There is crime, there is punishment. Your people need certain resources to live and be happy. Right now I'm on this map with an ocean, or I think it's a lake, and a lot of land. I'm about to put down my throne room. There's multiple different species of people. I have chosen the Gothimi, who are the bug people. In fact, while I'm at it, I'm going to build you just here. So before we start anywhere, let's have a quick look at the map. The map shows you basic things. Big green areas show you high fertility areas. This will be good for farms. As you can see in a forest, there's lots of them. Red areas are stone, basically mineable resources. Probably clay, looks like stone. That's cephaloid, whatever it's called. Clay, maybe ore. Ore be a big one. I think that up there is also ore, of course, we need for the iron. This, of course, is coal. So we have some resources. We start off with 10 people. As you can see, these are our Gothimi. There's the Cantor, which are basically rare giants. There's the Quitonians, which are vegetarian orcs. There's the Dondorians, which are dwarfs. They love mining. They love, mining, refinement, and they are quite good in battle. There's humans, which are just good at farming and learning stuff. And there's the Talapi, which are cannibalistic elves. They're quite good at archery. They love trees. They love eating people. So let's get into it. Each and every species has a different level of things they like. The more happy they are, the more people you get joining you. So you can see here, they're vaguely okay. No wrongful deaths, no nobles, no immigrants. They don't mind immigrants. They're just not happy if more people getting on their land. Then they're okay with it. There's also law, mercy, slaves. We don't really have any of that. There's no auto. Food, we need to get something going on. Services, this is the big one. The more of these we can set up, the happier they will be. So the very important things we need to set up, we're going to set up just down here. The most basic things are they need somewhere to have a wash, which currently will be a well. They need somewhere to eat, which will be a basic eatery, which is literally just a big area with a table right now. We are not really doing good things. So let's just go... Boop. Let's expand it a little bit more. You can do that. Let's shrink it down at the end. So do that to there and to there. Make a doorway for it. We also need we need a hearth, that's when it gets cold, it can go to there. Now certain buildings, which are mainly construction-y, will make sound. Sound and noise pollution they're not very happy with, so we need to have walls and probably certain areas sealed off. So if I put down the dormitory, I don't really want it near their construction zones, that's going to be down here. That's also quite important. Basic bed area, they're going to get what they get at this exact point in time, because let's face it, I don't have anything else to give them. To get anything else, I'm going to have to build a library and research it. Research is a thing in this game. There we go. So now we have the extreme basics. Place to wash, place to go and hang out and look at the fire, place to eat, a place to sleep. Now there are a few other things, like they need entertainment, like a speaker, stage, arena. We don't have access to that yet. That requires the research tab, which requires us to, of course, have a library. We don't have that. We don't have anywhere to teach them at all. We also need a janitor. Janitors will repair things. Things degrade over time, so we're going to build one over here. Basic things. Does anyone like us? Now we can get other races in too. But right now I want the Gothimi to be the only race, because they, whichever race you pick, they love being the main one. They absolutely love being the main one because that gives them a massive boost as being, the superior species or whatever. Let's get a warehouse down. We'll definitely be needing this. Dip, 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 dip. Shrink it at the end. So do that to there. Shrink it just here. There we go. So now we have a big area to store resources in. That'll be good for food and things. Because it's quite fertile around here. If you go to our Harvest Wild Edibles, There is vegetables, there is fruit. We can harvest that during summer and autumn. So we will have a good supply of resources. Right now, it is spring. As you can see, things are coming along. Another thing we need is, things get quite murdery with time, so you need a place to put graves. Right now, it's a mass grave, because we believe everyone should be together. And also it's cheap. But we don't really have access to anything else, as you can see. We can make troops. They won't have any weapons or armour, but we could make troops. Which is a bit of an issue, but you know, it's a thing we have. But yeah, right now we need law, we need services, we need better things. We don't have anywhere for people to be happy, there's no religion. We can't even make clothes. One of the big things is having clothing. We can't do that because the clothing machines require iron. Iron requires mining. We can easily get the mining. We cannot get the metal because that requires research. Everything will be basically Stone Agey to basically, I don't know, wouldn't be Iron Age, it'd be probably Copper Age, Bronze Age at a push. We have access to tools, but not access to the tools. But yeah, start cutting down some trees. The trees will grow back. We can easily put down woodcutters. Woodcutters take the area like a national park. If I designate this entire area as woodcutting, no more trees will grow, but no trees will get cut down. They just take branches and things. So I can't build it here because there's no trees. I have to pick a very specific area of tree to have it. Now right now, of course, we don't really need that. We just need more people. I say people loosely. The Garthemi will slowly be happier and happier. And we can get more and more of them. Garthemi breed fast, die fast. They are the cannon fodder of this world, but we need them. They're not exactly going to be breeding right now because we don't have any breeding pits or anything. But, you know, it's nice to have them. It's good to be here. To be true, to be true. Unfortunately, because I've done the whole destroying the tree thing, I've now taken out part of the walls. Let's put them back. Yeah, let's put these back. Do that to there. Yeah, this is just dumb. Yeah, I thought so. Look at that. No, that's all back in. So we have beds, we have a janitor. Let's have them auto-employed, so they will work on things. Our people also like roads. Now, if you want to build roads, you have different types. Obviously, fancy roads is the best. This dark area here shows where the most walking is going on. Obviously, right now, it's going towards the main work site. But you really want it so that people are, you know, going the main ways they want. And also walking on roads. They are faster. They are nicer. We can, of course, delete them later. We just want it to be somewhere where they currently are. But it just works nicer. So there we go, we have that. We also want lights, trees, somewhere nice things for them to look at. We don't have access to that again because it requires research. We don't have the ability of planting a tree. We can dig them up, but we can't plant them. Nature is scary and weird to us, which is unfortunate because we need all the nature and all the scary and weird. That's it, keep building. So we can easily check on how things are going. They seem quite happy. The population, they're upset a little bit. That's fine. Why are they upset? Yeah, immigration. You can see they get upset with immigration, but right now they're fine with it. Environment is going up because they have buildings. Don't like cannibalism. That's great. Great. Roads are going up. That's good. No noise pollution right now. No lighting issues. Your citizens don't care about the space value. Pretty sure these guys do. Wait, do they? No. You can see which ones care about which by obviously the marker. So their lighting is big, ore is big, dread don't really care about. These guys care about harmony, which is trees. These guys do not. They want ore. That will be statues. They want to be shocked and awed about us. We don't have that. At all. But once this is going, like we have placements there for food. This needs to be set up, guys. I don't think I have any rocks currently done. Yeah, let's go. Oh, that's a lot of rock. Good. A few more trees. The trees will grow back. As long as there's no building on them or designated site, the trees will always grow back. There we are. More people. They'll be happy with us soon. 81% loyalty. Ugh. They just want somewhere to sleep and eat and so on. They'll be fine. There we go. Get that up. In fact, considering how they're having issues, we may have to get a workstation down. there. That way people will work there. Let's have 2 employees and put the radius to about there. There we go. So they will automatically do work and building jobs. There we go. There's my 2 builders. While everyone else starts getting stuff done. And there we go. We now have a mass grave. Just finish the dormitory off, you 2. Oh, they're eating at last. Good. Get the dormitory done, you 2. There is a kind of day-night cycle. You don't really see it. They are doing things. So they have days off, time off, and so on. Okay, there we are. Okay, I may have to cancel some of these jobs. And the very first thing we're doing, that's an idiot, will be just talking about stuff. We're just getting stuff sorted, we're getting things done. We're making sure the place looks nice. It's going to get faster and faster as time goes by, but of course the very beginning, I'm a muppet, the very beginning will be a lot of just me telling you how things are going. So the big thing, for bigger buildings, we need furniture. For furniture, we need work. So furniture will require, obviously, trees. This yellow area means it's unstable. They don't like unstable. The simple way of getting rid of that is just going... boop. Of course, that means the workbench is a little bit weird, which is a problem, but whatever. Now, we did build this too close to here. It's going to upset them, but they don't really care. That's a workstation. So let's go... see, it's already doing it again. That to there. Get some auxiliary stations. That makes it more efficient. There we are. We can easily expand or grow this. I don't really care at this point in time. That to there. That to there. There we are. And there we go. So that will give us access to furniture. What's it? It says here we only have 4 people? Really? 1 person working there. How many working here? Are they finally building this? They don't have any materials? Has no one taken the materials? No one built the warehouse first, and no one's taking the materials to it. We need the odd jobbers to do the odd jobs I asked them to. Minor issues. Minor technical issues. And also, 7 people are working here. No wonder. So yeah, keep an eye on that. You can have it auto, so it goes up or down depending on the amount of people. But yeah, keep an eye on all your people just bringing food to bowls, because that's a problem. That's a big problem. And of course I make this first rather than the storage section. Typical. So once that is done, we go to get the library. The library might require us to bring in humans. The humans are the best at learning. And we do need research ongoing. So let's just go there. See how it looks. Okay. Let's expand it a bit more. Now we can make it better with paper, but we don't really need to at this stage. We can also put carpet down. It makes it nicer. But again, we don't really need to. It does help with things, but we just can't afford it at this stage. Oops. We literally cannot afford it. We do not know how to make that. And also we don't have enough people to farm it. I think we also need metal to make the machines. But there we go. Keep digging, keep mining, keep growing. And eventually we'll actually have a nice place. I say nice, we have a place. We get 1 more person there. We actually need this to be done. Just need more materials and supplies. Which is my own problem because I keep building these. And as you can see, they're very wood intensive. 355, oof. We're also going to run out of food very soon because, let's face it, we are not making any. We can harvest some very, very soon when it hits summer. But we don't really have anywhere to put it. And we also don't really have any people, so we need this to be done. Now, I can't really do anything to stop them, so we're going to have to wait for them to figure out that I want them to do it. So give me a second. And there we go. So we have access to that and that. Obviously, this requires lots of furniture. So let's just set up like 3 of those. What you do is you set up this so each and every one of these is assigned to only 1 resource. So I've set 3 crates to be assigned to vegetables. And as you can see, each one is 255. Because obviously you want food to be quite high up. You want all the other resources to be there as well. Although right now we just want the resources to exist. We only have one person doing their job, so it's going to take some time, and also -3. So there's 3 people not doing work. Now it looks like people like working for us and doing these jobs. Each species has specific taste for jobs they want to do. They're doing the wrong jobs, they don't like it. So unfortunately they're going to have to deal with it because there's only the Garthemi here currently. Well, we have a warehouse, we have people making chairs, which will eventually give us this library. So we are actually really coming along nicely. The basics of my area are done. Once the library is done, which will take a teeny tiny bit of time. Give me a second, because that teeny tiny bit of time might take a bit more time. More time. Voice crack. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. I've made the world size medium. That's why there's so much of it if I ever go out to the main map. In fact, we'll do it now. So this is the main map. You can see at the top. This is me, currently Sliven. You can see the population of my local area. But there's so much to it. You can see caravans. You can see armies. There's an army here of 2,000 men just hanging out. There's bigger armies, of course. There's different populations, but we are just here. Which is a problem. But I've set raiding to 50%. It starts off 10%, 25, 50, 100. Which means we're going to be hit a lot more times than usual by raiders who want all our resources. We can give them the resources, 25%. Or we can fight them, and if we lose, they take 50% and probably kill a lot of our people. I don't have a military. So the raids at the beginning will be us giving them whatever we have, which will be like wood and food right now. Also building a farm. So we don't care about raids at the beginning. And halfway through, probably a couple of episodes, we'll definitely care about raids because they'll be taking everything we care about. But yeah, right now we are still fully waiting for this to grow. Maybe we're going to have to expand this. I might genuinely have to expand this because this is going to take a while. This is going to take an awful long while. On the bright side, the farm's nearly done, but yeah, this is going to take time. I've rescaled. We've got a very tiny library going on in the corner. I could have just destroyed this to get all the resources, but I need a bigger library for the future. So we have a teeny tiny library over here for research. Also, it turns out the Garthemi don't really like the food they're eating. According to this, their liked food is meat and fish. So they're happy we have food, they're not happy about the food. So we're going to have to give them something to eat. So we're just going to straight up start making a fishing area for them. It's not very fast, sadly. I'm going to have to do research to make them more efficient. But it's going to make them a little bit happier. And isn't that what this is all about? Making your bug monsters happy for the swarm and all that? I don't know. Maybe so. Efficiency is not the best. We're just going to straight up grab as much as we can. We can expand it later. We can easily expand it later. But what we need, of course, is, let's see, is for them to be happy. So we're going to pause the farm. Yeah. Have storage here, auxiliary here. And there we go. So that'll be a fishing area. We can easily expand it later as time goes by. But we don't want them to have their favourite food. So, with that out of the way, we have the beginnings of research. Our very first step will be toilets. And then the speaker. We need them to have a bit of happiness in their life. The toilets and the speaker will be a bit more civics in both ways. But you can see how slow the research is going in the top. It's very, very slow. That's why I wanted a much bigger library. But we have to wait till this gets a little bit more furniture. But the beginnings of our little hamlet are mostly complete. Once we get the favourite food in, we can get more of these guys. More of these horrible, horrible monsters joining us. I've upped rations to 2, so it's double rations. Ooh. And we should be okay. No one wants to attack us yet. If they do, they can take our rock, because what are we going to do with it? And we're going to slowly keep growing the Garthemi. But the beginnings of this little empire have begun. It's a small 20-person community. Not the biggest, not the strongest, not even the most useful. But we have promise. Slow but growing promise. So next time we start, this will be complete. I will have officially completed this. But until then, take care, be awesome, be epic, be amazing, and be prepared for the rise of the songs of SYX. Till then, take care.